It was still dark when I heard it, the kind of pounding that doesn't ask permission. The kind that sounds like a warning. I glanced at the clock. 5:02 a.m. My heart started racing before I even got to the door. When I opened it, my neighbor stood there, Eli Mercer. The quiet one. The one who barely said a word in a year. But that morning his face was white as chalk, his breath broken. "Don't go to work today," he said, voice low, urgent, trembling. "Stay home. Please. Just trust me." For a second I thought he was joking. But his eyes, they were full of something I'd never seen before. Fear. "What are you talking about?" I asked. "Did something happen?" He shook his head, glancing over his shoulder as if someone might be watching. "I can't explain right now. Just promise me. You won't leave the house today." The pink light of dawn had just started crawling across the sky. It should have felt peaceful. But everything about that moment felt wrong. "Eli," I whispered, "you're scaring me. Why shouldn't I go?" He hesitated, eyes sharp with warning. "You'll understand by noon." Then he turned and walked away. Didn't look back. I stood frozen, hand still on the door. Part of me wanted to laugh it off, call it paranoia. But another part, the one that had kept me alive through life storms, told me this wasn't something to ignore. 3 months ago, my father died. They called it a stroke. But days before it happened, he'd said something strange. "It's time you knew the truth about our family." He never got the chance to explain. After his death, weird things started happening. Cars parked outside for hours. Silent phone calls from blocked numbers. My sister calling from overseas, asking if I'd noticed anyone new around. No one said anything outright, but I felt it. A shadow moving through my life. Quiet. Purposeful. My name is Lena Ward. I'm 33. A financial analyst. The kind of person who lives by logic, not fear. So when Eli told me to stay home, I listened. Not out of panic, but out of calculation. If he was wrong, I'd lose a day. If he was right, I might keep my life. By noon, I'd know which. The morning dragged on like a held breath. Every sound in the house seemed louder. The hum of the fridge, the ticking clock, the wind whispering against the window. Like the world was trying to tell me something. By 11:30, I felt ridiculous. Nothing had happened. No sign of Eli. Just silence. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. "Ms. Ward," a man's voice said. "This is Officer Trent with the county police. Are you aware of the incident at your workplace this morning?" My stomach dropped. "What incident?" "There was an attack," he said. "Multiple casualties. We have reports placing you inside the building at 8:02 a.m. "What?" My voice cracked. "That's impossible. I've been home all morning." A pause. "We have footage of your vehicle entering the parking garage, and your work ID was used to access the 3rd floor." My knees went weak. Someone had used my identity. Someone wanted me to be there. "Can anyone verify that you were home?" the officer asked. I looked around my empty house. "No," I whispered. "I live alone." There was another pause, longer this time. "Ms. Ward, evidence was recovered at the scene. Belongings linked to you. Units are being dispatched to your location. Please don't leave your home." But something in his tone didn't sound like concern. It sounded like containment. When the call ended, I locked every door and shut every blind. My heart was pounding so loud it drowned out my thoughts. Then 3 sharp knocks at the door. Not frantic. Not friendly. Measured. "Lena," a voice said softly. "It's Eli. Open the door." I froze. "How did you know the police would call me?" I asked through the wood. "Because they're not coming to help you," he said. "They're coming to take you." I felt the floor tilt under me. "What are you talking about?" "They're framing you," he said. "The attack wasn't random. You were supposed to be there. Not as a victim, but as the one they'd blame." Silence filled the space between us. Then I opened the door. Just enough to see his eyes, steady, focused, terrified. "They'll be here any minute," he said. "You have to trust me now, or it's over." I didn't trust easily, but fear was the only thing that felt real. I let him in. He went straight to the window, scanning the street. "Your father knew this would happen," he said. "My father?" Eli turned, voice low. "He wasn't who you thought he was. He asked me to protect you. He was investigating a covert genetics program, one that used human test subjects. You were one of them. The words didn't register at first. That's insane, I said. My father was an accountant. That was his cover, Eli interrupted, pulling a small black envelope from his jacket. He left this for you. Inside was a letter. My father's handwriting. Lena, if you're reading this, it means they've come for you. You are not in danger because of what you've done, but because of what you are. Do not surrender yourself. If they take you in, you will not return. Trust the man who brings you this message. He knows the truth. My hand shook. I looked up at Eli. What truth? He met my gaze. You weren't born into an ordinary life. Your identity was constructed. You're part of a classified biogenetic experiment, Project Origin. You were meant to be recovered when the time came. Recovered? He nodded. They faked your father's death when he tried to expose them. The attack today? It was meant to cover your disappearance. You were never supposed to wake up in your own bed this morning. I staggered back, the air leaving my lungs. You're saying they want to erase me? Not erase you, he said. Redefine you. They need a face for what's coming. A scapegoat. Once they declare you a national threat, they can seize everything your father uncovered. He handed me a metallic key card, engraved with a red emblem. This unlocks a vault he hid before they silenced him. Inside are files that name the people behind the project. Outside, sirens began to echo through the neighborhood. Eli's jaw tightened. They're here. I looked at the key card, then the letter. For the first time that day, I wasn't afraid. Just certain. Show me where we need to go. I said that we barely made it to his SUV before the first black vehicles turned onto my street. No sirens now. They didn't need them. They weren't coming as police. They were coming as retrieval. Eli drove fast. For 20 minutes, neither of us spoke. Then he handed me a tablet. On the screen was a file labeled Ward, Lena, Subject 9A Genomic Asset, Project Origin. My pulse quickened as I scrolled. Charts. DNA sequences. Notes. Subject exhibits immunity to multiple viral strains. Regenerative cell structure confirmed. What does this mean? I asked. Eli's voice was quiet. They weren't trying to cure disease, Lena. They were trying to build evolution. Your blood is the blueprint. I stared at the screen, my entire body numb. So my father tried to stop it. He did more than that, Eli said. He exposed them to an oversight board. They buried it. Then buried him. The road turned to dirt, trees closing in around us. At the end of the path stood an old bunker, half hidden beneath the earth. This is it, Eli said. Your father's vault. Once you go inside, there's no turning back. They'll never stop coming for you. I looked at him, then at the steel door ahead. They've been coming for me my whole life, I said. I just didn't know it. The door groaned open. The air inside was cold, untouched, waiting as I stepped across the threshold. Something inside me shifted. The fear, the confusion, it all burned away. What replaced it was clarity. For the first time I understood. This wasn't the end of my story. It was the beginning of the one they never wanted told.